Hello and welcome on behalf of IFGICT, International Federation of Global and Green Information Communication Technology Organization. We would like to present Sustainable Development Goals Manager, the Sustainable Development Goals certification issued by the organization. Climate change is a fact. It does not admit discussions. Climate change is the change in the atmospheric conditions produced by human activity, which alters the composition of global atmosphere and adds natural variability to climate observed over comparable periods of time. Climate change is caused by human behavior and it's produced by greenhouse gases. The last 10 years have been the warmest since temperature records were taken. In addition, projections suggest that temperature will continue to rise. Causes of this increase are the influence factor of greenhouse effect. Vast majority of scientists believe that human activity and thus the greenhouse effect is the main cause for this increase in temperature due to alteration in the accumulation of gases in the atmosphere. It's estimated that human activity caused a global warming of the planet since the pre-industrial era of between 0.8 and 1.2 degrees, and it may react to 1.5 in the following years. Climate change consequences on the place are many and affect the living conditions of humanity on Earth. In general, climate change and more or less constant increase in temperature on Earth leads to an increase of average temperature in most terrestrial and oceanic regions, an increase in extreme heat episodes in most inhabited parts of the planet, and consequently increased episodes of drought and precipitation deficit in some regions. Another direct consequence is sea level rise due to the effect of thawing. In June 2012, with the Rio +20 conference on sustainable development, is when all governments decided to develop 2030 Agenda and Global Sustainable Development Goals. The 17 SDGs, Sustainable Development Goals, and their 169 goals are an implementable governance guide that United Nations has made available not only for all governments in the world. The responsibility for climate change and its solutions is for all inhabitants of the planet. They are a guide to sustainability, but also governance, as they include all aspects of good governance aimed at the sustainability of the planet. The Sustainable Development Goals are not only implemented by governments, but also affect companies, associations, institutions, and even each of the inhabitants of the Earth. Compliance is moving from being morally to directly an obligation as a result of the legal reforms that are being implemented for compliance. Everyone will have to comply with these Sustainable Development Goals, and this compliance must be done in an orderly manner, following methods, with knowledge, and must be able to be validated. This is where the certification of these Sustainable Development Goals implementation processes make sense beyond being an obligation. The SDGs bring reputation and brand value to the company or institution that implements them. More and more, customers and citizens are demanding sustainable treatment for products they offer. New generations are increasingly valuing this feature, and the image, brand, and added value of these companies that implement them is becoming increasingly evident. If you believe that climate change exists, If you are aware of sustainability and if you are motivated to carry out the Sustainable Development Goals, we invite you to obtain the Sustainable Development Goals Manager certificate from the IFGICT, which will allow you to carry out audits of compliance with the SDGs in companies or institutions, or to validate and certify processes related to SDGs. With the previous training offered by IFGICT in SDGs, we will review the causes and uncertainties of climate change, study the origins of sustainability until it's adopted by the United Nations and landed in the SDGs. We will see the consequences of climate change and how we can solve them. We will learn also a methodology to be able to interpret and enforce the SDGs, and we will see what certification systems exist. If you are interested, do not hesitate to contact us at customerservice@ifgic.org or find out more at this website. We look forward to seeing you there. Thank you.